Talk about the welterweight division here. You talked about, Errol, you just said something, Errol, a few minutes ago when you talked about this being maybe the greatest fight in the welterweight division in the last 40 years or something. Well, let me remind you of some of those fights. We got Sugar Ray Leonard versus Tommy the Hitman Hearns. We had Hearns versus Roberto Duran. We had somebody, even though Pepino Cuevas ain't on that level, he was still good and he was a champion until Hearns put him to sleep in 2 rounds. We saw Alexis Arguello versus Aaron Pryor. We've seen a whole bunch of great welterweight fights.
And this fight up there with all of them.
Definitely.
When people talk about this fight, they're going to say Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns. They're going to say Alexis Arguello, all that. This fight up there with all of them.
Where I was going was, it is right now on paper. But when you get in that ring, 2 undefeated fighters that's capable of knocking you out are going up against one another. So give us a taste of what we should expect to see July 29th based on the history that I just threw your way.
I mean, the proof is in the pudding. You see Terence Crawford, you see his body of work. You see my body of work when I get in the ring. Yeah, everybody already know. As soon as I get in the ring, I'm stepping. And I expect him to step too. We're going to put on a great show and a great performance.
Errol Spence believes that his fight with Terence Crawford will be the best fight that the welterweight division and one of the best fights that boxing has seen since really the 80s. He said 40 years ago. That's what I want to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford joined Stephen A. Smith on ESPN's First Take. Very, very good to have literally one day after the fight was announced to have both of those guys on the #1 sports network, ESPN, in America, and a mainstream. And I know boxing diehards get mad. It's like, oh, Stephen A. Smith, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But you gotta, exposure is exposure. If you looked at Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia, many of their viral clips leading up to the fight and exclusive sit-down interviews, they weren't from boxing YouTube channels. They weren't from people really within boxing. Gervonta was doing an interview with Complex. Ryan Garcia was with Complex Sports. They had Gervonta with All the Smoke, podcast, NBA basketball players. Ryan Garcia went on with that Bradley Martin dude, right? So it's great exposure because you're able to transcend just the world of boxing. To make a super fight in terms of monetary, not just like boxing fans love it, you need to be able to transcend hardcore boxing fans. And that's the way you do it. Get the boxing world on fire and excited, but also go to different avenues of kind of different demographics that have a subtle but slightly different reach. And then that's how, and then when you get the collective, like you look at fights like Mayweather versus McGregor. These are household names. People know who Conor McGregor. I'm not your tanking. Who the fuck the Mayweather? Everybody knows who Conor McGregor was. He was knocking out Jose Aldo and Eddie Alvarez, things like that. Everyone, of course, knows I'm Floyd Mayweather. Easy work, hard work, dedication. So it just made all the sense in the world. I agree. The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. Errol Spence says basically it's a throwback fight, and it's gonna be he's stepping to Crawford, and it's gonna be one of the greatest fights you've seen in the last 40 years, especially in a glamour division like the welterweight division. Now, Ego Stradamus strikes again because if you listen before they appeared on First Take, your boy Ego said that a lot of people misuse and categorize fights, and the ones I used in my example was I said Tommy Hearns versus Hagler Hearns, and I said Sugar Ray Leonard versus Hagler, and Alexis Arguello versus Aaron Pryor. And they constantly take these new generation fights and put them up there with the fighters, the classic fights of yesteryear, the fights you would see on ESPN Classic Fights. And it's a gimmick to sell. But I told you guys, I really believe that this is a meaningful fight. It really ticks off all the check boxes, and the temperament of both fighters. I think we're going to see something special where both guys are elite. Both guys are undefeated. Both guys could fight out the southpaw stance. One's more of a natural southpaw. Crawford is more agile and cat-like. Errol Spence is the bigger, stronger guy, but Crawford has power. So I think we're in for a treat, and it's great that they got it done. And that's why I compared it to classics. Obviously, I got to see the fight, but based on the temperament, like I said, of the fighters, I really think it's going to be special. Let me know if you think the fight will live up to the hype. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Who are you favoring to win this magnificent welterweight fight? I'll be talking about this a lot on my channel, so make sure you guys subscribe. I'm the best in the business, and I am out. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.